Happy time zones, it's your bird, Haven the Raven, and welcome back to Amalur on Nostalgic. I'm going through this game, which I've played a lot as a child, and analyzing it harsher than I have before. Which, considering my overall glowing praise of this game so far, is not really much in the way of criticism. Hi, forgot about you. I don't really have much to criticize, apparently.
Ah, the castle. This tells me
I'm just going to sit here and just listen to this one.
would be a part of the decades to come.
Last month you told me that the plague would take us all.
I know, but that's not what fate says anymore.
Damn it, Agar. You're cut off.
Yeah, and I bet I know whose fault that is. It's your fault that I can't pay my tab, you know? I wasn't ever supposed to come back here in the first place. I've spent the last 20 years knowing what fate had in store for me. And then you... Damn it. I thought I had my life figured out.
Poor guy's having an existential crisis.
I know. It's just... I wasn't always the man I am now. In my youth, I was quite the warrior. I fought beasts the size of trees, was celebrated by mortals and fae alike. When I was initiated into the Fate Weavers, I thought it was a reward for my good deeds. The first time I saw my own fate, I realized it was nothing but a curse. Naturally, but it wasn't a hero's death, like I'd always assumed. It was a coward's death, old and alone, like any mortal. I tried to avoid it, but I knew it'd find me. It was terrible, but I knew it was part of fate's greater plan. Then you came and changed that future. You stole my part in the tapestry. I was at peace with knowing the worst. But what do I do now that there's nothing to know? I don't doubt your intentions. Just realize that we Fate Weavers have long accepted that the reason for some things were beyond our understanding. Not everyone would trust your intentions or your foresight. Your freedom means living with a lot of responsibility. I can't help you with that. But maybe this will help lessen the other dangers you face. Take it with my thanks.
I like Agarth. Agarth's cool.
Why, I once tracked the Yeth of Avgrun on a moonless night by smell alone. Fey or not, I could have tracked those Tuatha sober. They've set up in a cavern north of town, complete with some way of scrying your location. That's how they found you so easily. I have a plan, but it'll take the both of us to work.
Yeah, how did they get this far west?
They took a big risk getting across Erethel undetected. All to attack one single objective. You. They're using something big to track you. They call it the Eyes of Tirnock. Smash it, and they won't be following you anymore. The main entrance is heavily guarded, and will require a strong attack. The other route is trapped. It'll need a subtler approach.
I mean, this should be obvious.
I don't have an answer for that. I can't imagine what about you made Gadflow send his troops across the continent. Good, good. I'll charge in the front and get their attention. You slip in and smash the Eyes of Tirnock. That way we'll make sure they can't escape to report back to whoever sent them here. Good luck.
How could a person's fate just change like that? This doesn't make any sense.
This is the Three Lamp.
Right then. Get that drunk Fate Weaver out of here. Get that drunk Fate Weaver out of here.
Yeah. I was trying to talk to the person curled up on the floor, but I suppose I'm leaving. Agarth's really is a neat story. Let's see. Ooh, that's really cool, but I don't think I can sacrifice the damage. At least not right now. Yeah, these poor bar guests. That was the wrong button. Up here. Agarth doesn't exactly do a small amount of damage. I mean, he... clearly I do more, but... that's partially because, I think it's Shadowcasters. Shadowcaster, I think, is the highest damage dealing destiny in the game. I'm quite literally pure glass cannon.
Traps, but few guards. You might be able to use their defenses against them, if you're clever. I'll distract the guards at the front and make sure none of them escape.
Oh, he has new things to say. Okay, let's start. Let's just make our way down.
Thanks for giving an old man another chance. It's good to know I've got a future. And even better not to know what it is. Whoever that Aelin Shear is, I don't think she's our enemy. If she wanted us dead, she could have killed us while we were weakened. But she's still trouble. Reminds me of a dark elf who left me half naked and tied to a bar guest once.
I forgot about that line. I'd like to know how the bar guest was even involved in the first place.
The immortals inscribed their knowledge of fate into the living stone. I always thought it was a poetic way of talking about the theater. But there it is, in your hands. Keep it close, child. The mine has a main entrance and an escape tunnel. The main one is heavily guarded, and the escape is heavily trapped. I saw them bringing bar guests down in cages, probably still being trained. Turn the beasts free, and I bet they cause some chaos for you. The Destiny Stone showed us the tapestry of fate, but your power must have consumed it all. Everything except the wisdom at its core. The Codex of Destiny. The eyes of Tiamat are two immense prismere mirrors.
I want to know how he got
The Tuatha had them trained on
some of this information.
find you anyway.
And also hilarious that you can actually sneak in through the back with the Eyes of Tirnoch still on you.
The Crystal War, they've been calling it. 10 years ago, the Winter Fae turned violent and attacked us in force, calling themselves the Tuatha Deo. They say it's their sacred duty to cleanse the mortals from their lands. Naturally, the humans and Alpha who live here aren't so happy with that plan. It's been going back and forth for years. Where there's war, there's soldiers nervous about their fate. And that's where I come in.
Except they all are fated to die.
We'll be attacking their camp from both sides. We can't have any of them escaping to report back. Good luck. I'll see you inside.
Yeah, Agarth has the most dialogue in the game, simply because it keeps changing as you progress the main quest. And that was even before Fatesworn. Come on, just let me get rid of you. I should assassinate at least one of them. Not giving you time to do anything. Okay, there's the bar guests. How? Can I get... Okay, so they probably just have the cage doors right... There we go. Unfortunately... But then fortunately... Feed the mountain god and feed the cycle. Two... very telling, lines? Hi! Ow. Perish if you would. Did I get any of the bar... I might have gotten some of the Barghists killed, and I'm a little sad about that. Ow! I don't like being at half health. Okay. Good doggies. Yeah, I should follow them around here. Oh, more bar guests. Where is the lever? There's the lever. Ah. That is a whole new level of stupid. Alright then. Oh, you are dumb. Worth a shot. Oh, my doggy came back. Rope of Seasons. I'll hold on to this, I suppose. And this actually reminds me that... I'm not gonna take apart those, but... I couldn't remember if I'd taken apart everything before I ended last time. Good doggy. Really? I didn't find a key? Might have been over in this corner. Oh well. Not like lockpicking in this game is difficult.
Over here, you Tuatha bastards!
Sneaky, sneaky. Okay, I have to. Alright. Fine. Incinerate you. Bye-bye. I was trying to smash that before, but whatever. That is worse than what I currently have, but I can disassemble it.
We're here. We're here. Good luck. The undying mortal has grown tired of running.
The fact that I talked to Agarth while he was just running toward or walking towards me slowly.
And a child of dust like yourself. We children of nature know our roles. Meek and mighty, prey and predators, life and death, all serve the cycle. You children of dust do not know your place. You come into our land. You come to face your hunters. And you don't know when to die. You shall learn. In time, all mortals will know the might of Gadflow. Blessed herald of the merciful Tyrnok. All mortals end, even if some are more persistent than others. At least the Tuatha won't be able to track you so easily now. But it looks like you've got the personal attention of their king, Gadflow. If you were anyone else, I'd suggest you start running and not stop for a few years. But you might just have a chance. You've blinded them here, and they haven't killed you yet. You're doing well, so far. But not all the Fae are your enemies. The High King of Summer Court wants to meet you. Without the Tuatha at your back, you should have no problem getting in. The King and I have a history. But not all of the Summer Fae will be happy to see me. I'll make my own way to Issa and meet you there. Gadflow is just some trumped-up Fae who started hearing voices, I gather. But a crazy with an army is still a threat, sure enough.
That is a very blunt bit of wisdom, and a very true one.
We should be able to get out this way.
You could technically go out through and clear out the rest of Hunter's Pit, but I don't feel like it right now. And with that, I have side quests in Isa. And once I finish the Isa side quests and find the boggarts, which I actually need to look up where the boggarts are and what the order is, because I forgot to do that. After I do that, I'll be done with Dalentarth. Alright. Actually, hang on. My skills are shaping up quite nicely.
Predicament. Oh, excellent. Another. Oh, a mortal. I don't think I could. Oh, why, you're the ruler of the House of Balance. How extraordinary. You wouldn't be interested in aiding a mere squire, would you? It is well beyond your station to do so, but, well, I face quite the predicament.
Yeah, that is a line of dialogue you only get if you've completed the House of Ballads. Most people by this point would have, but it's still a nice touch.
My role is with the Hall of Appointments, to prepare visiting ambassadors and dignitaries to meet with the Court of Summer. Right now, there are 4 terrible, regal lords and ladies that wish to see High King Tatarian, but they are a fickle lot and require extra, handling. They must enter the font in a procession, but each has his or her own preferences, and I can't afford to offend any of them. Wonderful. That's one less aggravation that demands my concern. Thank you, mortal. The dignitaries have been seen about the gardens, enjoying its many splendors. I will remain here and await your advice. Farewell, honorable one.
Alright, this one I'm actually going to be doing first because it's going around and talking to a bunch of NPCs, and if I forget the order, I might mess up the quest.
Greetings. They send the ruler of the House of Ballads to serve me. What form of unnatural mortal game is this? Why are you here? Me? Well, my seniority dictates that I should be leading this procession, but my lame leg prevents me from taking my rightful place. I should bring up the rear. I will make it to Tatarian's throne, even if I have to crawl. Great Huntress Heartwen should go first, leading us all. She's particularly like that. I would hate to anger her. Of course.
Alright, so G goes in the back. Don't ask me to remember their names, I'm just going to memorize the letters. If I go left, I can sort of make a circuit. Thankfully, it won't be that much trouble to run around, but still.
I await news from the Hall of Appointments, but surely you aren't their messenger. The ruler of the House of Ballads serves no one. Order? I care nothing for order. It is the others who insist on such foolishness and frippery. However, if you are the one who determines such things, may I ask that you place me behind the warlord Wenery? I enjoy watching her backside travel. Ah, very clever. Apologies, my fleshy friend. I will not help you get me in trouble.
Fair enough.
I am at your service, fleshy master.
Yeah, this is the one time where what you've decided to do, or well, one of the few times where what you've decided to do in the past has an impact. There's two others that are kind of glaring. Part of the reason I want to do Arethel first, before heading into the tier. And especially Gallows End before heading into the tier. I don't think I'm going to decide to betray the Warsworn. But if I do, there's a whole NPC quest on Gallows End that locks me out of.
I am the great huntress Hadwin, and you are not allowed on the trellis. What brings you here, beautiful?
You are not allowed here, but you're pretty. I can't with this game sometimes.
How quaint. Well, I am the most respected and most deserved to lead. Besides, I detest that harlot, Warlord Winry. So it is only right I meet the High King before her. Not only must I be in front of Warlord Winry, but I must also lead Lord Setter, the old lecher. Serves him right for all his past leering.
I mean, he's gonna appreciate your backside too.
Make sure I am ahead of my rival, Lady Winry. That the pleasure was all mine, child of the dust. Goodbye.
Okay. Off we go.
Yes, mortal?
So it's H, then W, then S, then G. Over here. Alright, I can handle that on my way back, actually. As long as I'm fast enough. You should still be going with their memory walk when I leave here. 2 quests, 1 knife. Here you go.
You've got the seats. Now we'll see if the Victor's Brew can stand up to a new challenger. I'll have a batch of Asker's draft ready before the week is out. Take this, friend. And like I promised, the merchants here will give you a discount. You've got a home here in the alley for as long as you like. See you soon.
Over here. You.
The House of Ballads must have taught you courtly manners, but not enough to keep you from interrupting. What is it, Your Grace? I am not petty, but I have limits, as do we all. I know I should lead the formation because of my position, but other, more tender individuals will insist otherwise. Whatever you do, do not make me walk behind the High Fae Mage Goronet. How shall I put this? He has an odor.
She is a lot more blunt than the others. Oh, you start your walk over. Even better. I just have to wait for it to assassinate you. Just need you to turn the corner so that there's nobody to be seen. And off we go. Weapons. Junk. There was like no point in doing anything else with those daggers.
So, you've done a right group of snakes, eh? So, any insight into how I should present them so as not to tug their writhing tails? It's good that someone does. Go on. Let's line up these backstabbing serpents.
H first.
Yes, yes.
Then W.
Of course. And then?
S.
All right. Next.
And then G because he has a lame leg.
Yes. Excellent. That's a perfect order for these fools. Saves me the trouble of talking to them. Thank you. Goodbye, Your Grace.
One of these days I'm gonna have to do it wrong on purpose just to see. Alright, what was I doing? I should look at the quests. Okay, I need to look at the order. Hang on. Odessa, Rothera, Nelson Shear. Okay, so I genuinely can't do that yet.
I am at your service.
I don't remember where I can get the parts for Isa Honor Brands. I know that I can, if I'm careful, pickpocket them off of the guy once I give him one. But I still have to make one.
Welcome. Let us never speak of this again. I don't know you. I don't like you. And I hope I never see you again. Take this gold and these supplies. Such items are hard to come by in wartime. This is where we part.
Alright. I'll probably wind up doing this before I head back into the Scalia proper. I just need... I think you can find the parts around, just around Isa in general. The question is where? Because I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've done this quest. I don't remember. This is one of the few tasks that actually, can be completed, so I do want to complete it. There we go. I don't want to deal with a criminal record right now. Maybe later, but not right now. The fact that I got caught... I mean, I guess it is increasingly more likely depending on how much you steal. But still. That's actually even better. Okay. Because I just need one piece of honor brand. Save again. Oh, this one... Wait, why can I take from that one, but I have to steal from the other?
I've got what you need here.
Okay, you're all going down. There we go. Save. Azurite. Okay. Actually, wait. Hang on. Okay, that doesn't count. So now... I see if I can infinite loop this guy with the 2 pairs I just made. He's trying to scam people, so I'm not too concerned, really. At least not in from a moral standpoint.
Had some luck, did you? Let's talk gold. How many did you bring me? That's it. These will drive the visitors mad with envy. Everyone will get one. And what will I get? Whatever rewards they deem worthy. It's you and me, friend.
Save. And then can I pickpocket you? Just gotta wait for that to go down. Because you, if I give you enough of them, will actually complete this. I don't think the others will. Alright, let's do that.
Had some luck.
Hello!
How many did you bring me? That's it. These will drive the visitors mad with envy. Everyone will get one. And what will I get? Whatever rewards they deem worthy. You and me, friend.
You really shouldn't be calling me that. I'm really just messing with you right now. Oh, won't let me do that. Okay. Fair enough. Where's the shot, though? I knew you could pickpocket something off of him. I just wasn't aware it was only the 2. Okay, so there's 2 fake caches here. Alright. It needs to have 2 ESA honor brand things to be considered like a viable honor brand, I think. Just passing through.
Welcome to the embassy, young one. I am Scholar Icob of the Domus Politica. What brings you to my chamber? Goodbye.
Okay, that's not gonna work with you. But if I hide behind this, will it? It's not worth it anyway. One of these days I've got to figure out, I actually probably should see if buying titles does anything. I've got the gold to waste. Anything else over here? There is one ESA honor brand piece in here. I think the reason they make this one completable specifically is because there's a limited number of honor brand pieces. Like, in the game, there's only a certain number of these. Okay, that was take, not steal. You must be Almain. But after a certain point, he'll tell you that this venture, or the guy will tell you that this venture is no longer profitable. And because it's no longer profitable, he won't buy more from you. It's not... Okay, I can't get from this. What was I saying? It's not like some of the others that can't be ended no matter what because it's infinite. I don't know why they did that. Like, it is genuinely impossible to complete some of these quests, like, fully, which is why I said, for most tasks, I'll just complete them once. Okay. Nope, it needs to have the blades themselves. So where do I get more blades? Actually, I have to go to the font anyway, so I may as well check there. Or check any caches in there. And actually, you might have something. Not worth trying, though. I will definitely get caught. I wonder if people are going to actually or anyone's ever actually going to find Ambassador Brenner. She might just be lost forever because nobody wants to go down memory walk or something. Anywho. Grab that. Waterlock open. Wait, seriously? Alright, I'll just take that.
You'll have to excuse my stature, Race. The House of Ballads rarely sends its rule.
Okay, so he reacts too.
Usually entertain mortals from Felltown.
I actually didn't realize that.
Do come see me again.
Okay.
Yes?
Looking isn't a crime, it's only taking stuff. Which I will totally do, but not when I can get caught. Or not when there is a high chance of me getting caught, anyway. Actually, I might as well head into the, Alright, I got 2 appointments over here, or 2 things over here. Oh! Thank you for not making me do anything crazy! I didn't even have to... I didn't have to steal! Let's go! But since I'm going to be checking the Scolia Arcana anyway, I may as well complete that other quest. Which involves me actually reading the books of the students. Over here. And here we go.
Greetings.
I already dispelled it. Clearly you're not the brightest. Doesn't look like there's anything else in here though. Unfortunate. Alright, items. All the way down to books. Alright, Aloran killed Bertrand because Sarah died to beasts. Yeah.
You've returned. Have you found it?
Alright.
You must tell me, please.
Cassera.
Yes, I suspected as much. Cassera has a strong will and thinks with much agility. I'm not surprised to learn this is her doing. Very well. What happened next?
Yeah, because Aloran murdered Bertrand.
Regrettable. It truly is. He was neither as strong as Aloran nor as smart as Cassera. I see how they might have turned on him. And so? What of the third? Yes. Aloran often trusted too much in his own skill, and did not properly understand his environment. The she would have made quick work of him. Those fools. All this bloodshed over a gem. And now I cannot even bring myself to look at it. Better, I think, that you keep it.
Alright.
In addition, I will discount my services to you, should you ever be in need of them.
Alright, may as well sell that. No, I'm keeping that. Put it down. I'm holding on to some of this stuff because some of this stuff is actually going to be important relatively soon. But can we go down so I can sell the books, please? Thank you.
Goodbye.
And now I need to find more honor brand parts in somewhere. I highly doubt they're going to be in the testing grounds or proving grounds or whatever they're called. But I might be able to find some in the font? Or maybe the trellis. Alright.
Hello.
Mortals aren't allowed on the trellis, huh? None of that. Or nothing here. Oh, wait, do you have new dialogue?
You're always welcome. The ballads belong to all in the telling, mortals and fey alike.
Okay, so you don't know.
May good fortune follow.
Talk to you, and then head into that building over there to see if I can't find more honor brand pieces.
You've done well, child of the dust. Those below will never know what is really happening. But in the end, is this a part of the many seasons or the sudden tempest? Does hiding the rot not spoil the harvest, no? Take this. You're brave. Perhaps we will meet again. Farewell.
Why are you merged? I don't like that sometimes the collision physics just break. Alright, I'll take those because I can dismantle them. Mine.
Greetings, mortal.
Nothing here. Not as I actually don't think I need those. What I'm lacking right now are blades. I have other parts. I just don't have blades. And because I don't have the blades, I can't make the honor brands. You need at least 2 components to make something.
Oh,
I highly doubt Tatarian's going to have anything. I feel like these chintzy honor brands are a little below Tatarian. Yeah, no, there's nothing here. I'd see it on the map if there was. Well, let's just hope I don't have to go pickpocketing any guards or anything. Or maybe I can pickpocket another set of 2 off of this guy after I make another one. Worth a shot, right? First of all, okay. That's 3 that I just made. Let's hope that's enough to finish the quest. Because this will be 7 that I've given him. Or maybe... No.
It's you! I'd forgotten we were in business. That's what happens when things are booming. Now, I hate to do this to you, but demand is
Okay.
scarcity, you see. It's defeated us. We've created so many of these trinkets that they're not valued anymore. You've done fine work, though, and here's a little extra something for your trouble. Have faith. I have a feeling the next fashionable thing is just around the corner.
Okay, cool.
We'll be back in business soon.
Nice. One less thing to worry about. And now, faction. Scholia Arcana. I'm going to be doing, or starting Scholia Arcana, finishing up the main quest in Thurs, getting the Boggarts, and then heading down into the Teeth of Naros. I'll start Arathal after I've finished the Teeth of Naros. Honestly, at this rate, I'm a little worried about hitting the endgame level cap. Because the level cap is actually different depending on how far you're in the game you are. I don't know why they did this. Oh, right. But before you've beaten the main story, the level cap is 40. They let you go up another 10 levels after the fact. But the fact that I'm level 20 before even leaving Thurs is a little concerning. Means that I might wind up hitting the level cap sometime in Cluricon. Alabastra isn't that long, so I'm not too worried about it, but it does mean that I miss out on experience-based rewards.
Yes. Greetings. I will be the savant presiding over your trial of initiation. Traditionally, applicants have prepared for the challenges of this trial through years of study and training. But as Augur mentioned, we realize you are unique. Do you have any questions before we begin? This is a fluid magic. The form it takes varies according to the power and nature of the ritual's focus. In this case, you. The goal is a simple one: survive. Like every Scholia Arcana member before you, to join our ranks, you must first confront the specter of your potential. And be aware that I am watching. Now, proceed into the center of the circle to begin. Good luck.
Hi.
The most welcoming places is that pile of corpses. Fascinating. Don't pay any attention to my ramblings, Initiate. Those fair Gorter look like they're out for blood.
Yeah. Oh dear. This trial, essentially makes it so that... Well, not makes it so that, but this trial reuses some assets, which is kind of interesting, actually, because it's our mind, it would be places we'd have seen before. Or, well, it takes a form based on our mind. So this is sort of based on Alistar. But I think this is still technically a, an extension of Ashara.
You seem to possess quite the capacity for violence. Intriguing.
Which, Ashara is essentially where all the magic in this universe comes from. It's also where the Fae come from.
By the founders, what is that? A holistic construct of all chemical resonant within a state-toxic crystalline substructure. I do hope you survive the trial. We must discuss this further.
Ashara is the reason for the Fae's immortality, and its connection... It's not really so much that Ashara itself is dying. Ashara is still going strong from what I've seen. It's that this world is losing its connection to Ashara, and that's what's causing the waning magic. As that connection frays... the immortals become mortal, and the mortals both gain and lose access to their magic easier.
The trial is complete.
This loading screen only ever exists in Ashara, so this has to be some subset of Ashara.
Another cave. How interesting.
Hi. Die. Take some ice, explode. You know, the usual. This section is based off of Dyden Hill. Actually, this might be the village that we saw in the opening cutscene. Because it does look a little different from Dyden Hill. Yeah. Go away. Leave. And I want to go into the river.
Something is terribly wrong. another's presence in the trial. Dissonance growing.
Just let me loot the lake. I'll come back and deal with the rest of you in a minute. I just want the lake. Alright, what are you? And is there anything behind that? Actually, she might take him out on her own. She's not exactly a pushover. Nothing back here. I think the Scholia Arcana was a little rushed. The House of Ballads was episodic, essentially. So its length made sense. But the Scholia Arcana, I think, should have been a longer faction. It did not get the time to shine that either the Travelers or the Warsworn did. Honestly, I have to say that the Travelers are probably the best faction in this game. Like, their story's actually interesting. Like, the most interesting of all the factions. Like, the House of Ballads and the House of Valor, I understand being short. House of Sorrows, too. Though House of Sorrows could have also benefited from being a little longer. However, there was no reason for Scholia Arcana to only have 2 chapter houses. This should have been longer.
Where am I? What is this place? I am the Dark Empyrean, and I will not be bound by you or those you serve. I could kill you now, but I have plenty of those who watch from the shadows. Now be gone.
So I failed the persuasion check that's 60%. And then pass the one that's 30? How does that work?
Such power. One moment we were linked, sustaining the magic of the trial, and then an arc of energy, the likes of which I have never seen, burst from you. 3 mages lay dead, and 2 have fled screaming. I know the trial is not meant to be shared, but what in Lyria's name happened?
My guy, weren't you watching?
There are 3 dead mages here who might object, but I will not force the issue. When you are ready, you will share. For now, we have dead to bury and missing mages to find. I wish it could be under better circumstances, but take this. It is your neophyte's ring. Welcome to the Scholia Arcana. Come speak to me when you're ready to be of use. I am sending you to the ruin of Aod, to the south. There, the element of fire thrives as though it has a life of its own. After your initiation trial, the magic in Aod shifted. I believe this magic is tied to you, Initiate. Confronting it might yield some answers. Where did I put my quill?
Oh wait, I should exhaust your dialogue.
Certain. It is our responsibility. He is one of the most gifted sage-crafters we have produced in generations. Wherever he may be, I hope he is safe and will soon return to the fold. Priests of Raycor again sealed Aod from entry, but we know it to be an ancient ruin. If you're interested in the details, read Valthilian Carr's Aod, the Mythos. I'm sure our library has a copy. It is a wondrous world we have been graced with. And among its marvels is the force of magic that builds in strength every day. We have a responsibility to know what these forces are, so that we may better control it.
Yeah, the world's getting, there's a connection to Ashara that's being frayed, especially when it comes to the Fair Folk. Because they're losing magic while the mortal races are gaining it.
It does not surprise me that Nuala survived the backlash of power that killed 3 of her brethren. From the first day of her novitiate, she demonstrated an insatiable curiosity and remarkable talent. But now, I can't help but wonder if we pushed her too hard. Somewhat self-destructive cultists who worship the arcane aspects of fire. They frequent places they believe blessed by Vrakor, and do not welcome trespassers. Ah yes, newly welcomed applicants are known as neophytes. In time, those who have progressed to handling certain amounts of responsibility may become docents. Particularly gifted members may one day reach the rank of adept. They are traditionally the agents of the Scholia Arcana, to whom great tasks may be entrusted. A very few may reach the rank of savant. These are the leaders of the Order, and they yield only to one, the Archsage. Oh, right. You passed. Up until the point where all hell broke loose, you were even doing well. Not that we expected anything less. Where did I put my quill?
I love the fact that he puts that as an afterthought after giving me the ring. Like, oh yeah, here, you're a part of the Scholia Arcana. By the way, you passed. Question? Uh-oh. Okay. I might read this later, I might not.
A new student.
I love Lord Elving, but I do also understand that my reading of the lore, especially with as much lore as this game has, can be a little much for some people. Alright, Aod. Right, Aod, then I have to go to Tatarian, and then I find the Boggarts, and then head into the Teeth of Naros. Teeth of Naros should not take me that long. 1, maybe 2, or 1.5 technically, maybe 2 streams. Right. Forgot about this. There are a ton of sprites in the Scholia Arcana questline. Like, I think proportionately, I fight more sprites in Scholia Arcana than any other questline in the game. There's that many sprites. Also a lot of traps. Because why wouldn't there be traps? Where? There. Trash, both of you. I will gladly take the flamed stuff. I should probably start working on my sage crafting. because while blacksmithing is technically more important, I rushed it so fast that I'm actually level gated on some of the stuff I make. Why did the Barghest just have to spot me? I had a perfect assassination going, too. Priest of Fire. Uses wind. Hi. Nice try. Ow, 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 ow. Arcane Barghests hit like trucks and they steal my magic while they're at it. Okay. Anything to loot over here? Alright, so this is the way forward, which means I go this way. And I saw the Flame Champion on the map, so let's see if I can't assassinate that real quick before I deal with the rest. Not holding out hope, but I can try. Well, you're still going down first. Sprite champions are... Oh dear. Actually, some of the scariest things in this game to see, just because they, or because of the buffs they give to all the other sprites around them. Oh shoot! I hit potion! I hit the potion button! Why did you not potion? Fateless one. Alright. Good riddance. No. That was a much cleaner fight. Moving on. I see you. All right. Alright, I don't want to have to use a greater healing potion here, so let's just keep you at a distance. I see a ton of traps on that mini-map. Hold on. That is a lot. Okay. I have 2 to go up here. This is good for traversal. That is a ton of traps on the minimap. Why are there so many in here? Why does a trap need... Why does one trap need multiple sets of rivets? Just wondering. That's getting junked, but that is actually... Ooh. That would be great if I was a Universalist. That would be great if I was a Universalist, but I'm not. Makes no sense for me to have that if I'm not even using the might abilities. Okay. What have we here? As if there was any further proof needed that Detect Hidden is the best skill in the game. I will take those. I can disassemble them later. Hello. Up here. And then I go to the right. Oh dear. Ah! What is going on? I was hitting as soon as I got close enough. There we go. Over here. Not worth it. Mine's better. I just junked a talisman. It's okay, I think I have a gold garden anyway. Whoops. That was the wrong button. Sometimes I just hit things without thinking of them. Do I want to go for the traps or the enemies first? Where are... There you are. You know what? Somehow I think the traps might be less annoying. I can disassemble that and that. Oh, so that doesn't set it off, but me getting, like, within this distance does. I'm about to be ambushed. There's no way. Yep, called it. Back over this way. Oh wait, actually, can I wear my new armor? Yes, I can. I'll have to disassemble that, or the crude troll hide later. Or crude troll hide leggings. Mastercrafted equipment is weird because it requires very high stats. Yeah, there was no way I was sneaking up on you. Hi. Oh dear, I need to buy more potions. Ow. There we go. That is a sorcery armor, so no. Oh! Punkosi, hello! How you doing? Oh, wait, you said you're lurking. Thank you so much for the lurk. Sorry, I didn't notice when you first came in. Sprites again. I swear we fight more sprites than anything else in this quest line. Hi. Ah. There we go. Hold up. Let's not destroy 35 items. I would like to sell 35 items. But I can destroy any of the stuff that has a white name. If it has a white name, by and large, it's not very useful. I don't trust this room. I'm about to get ambushed by sprites. I know it. I know I'm about to get ambushed by sprites. Mayhaps not? Oh, right, because... Ah! Yep. Okay. On the bright side, it's not really that much. I am doing that, though. I love Detect Hidden, but I hate how finicky the the traps, or mines specifically, can get with how far away you have to be before they explode. Because I'm clicking the disarm button and still getting blown up. All right. Hello, you.
What have I hoped you would come. After all, I owe you so much. How can I repay you for what you've done? There was a time when kings begged me to read their fortunes. Shall I read yours? I have so many names, but I am not the subject of this conversation. Do you wish your fortune read or not? Interesting. It appears as though you have no future. Does this mean your death is nigh?
No, it means I'm a variable you could never account for.
I've crafted what I need, and I'm done with this woman's body. Right now, she's trying to tell you to kill me. Perhaps you would like to oblige her? Now burn!
Hi! Okay, so she's like immune or something? Where are you? Aw, didn't mash fast enough. I'll take those. That... I should save before trying to dispel that. Alright, and that's it for Aod. Surprised there wasn't a lore stone in here, actually. Though not all Arathi ruins have a Stone of Autumn in them. Autumn is one of those ones where it's not... where you can't really complete it until you hit Alabastra. I'm just not gonna bother. I'm getting attacked by sprites again, I can guarantee it. Or not. Strange. I'm very used to just being ambushed by sprites when I jump off a ledge. Perhaps too used to that. I get attacked by a lot of sprites on ledges. Anyway. Isa! Hey! Let me teleport to Isa. There we go. Turn in this, sell some stuff. Then, finish, or sell, dismantle, and maybe forge some stuff. Turn in the next part of the main quest, find the boggarts, and then Teeth of Naros.
It was Nuala Ignis who stirred the magics of Aod. At least now we may restore the balance of the ruin before the rest of Dalentarth is engulfed in flames. What is this? You caught her crafting this, you say? Remarkable. Just utterly remarkable. That might explain her behavior. Breaching the seals of Aod should have been far beyond her capacity. Not to mention whatever this is, I have never seen the like. It is as if the element of fire were given physical form. You have done well. I have another assignment for you when you are ready. In the meantime, I shall be studying this sunstone. Adept Fell recently began investigating some disappearances in Melagria. I haven't heard from her in some time. I want you to go to Melagria in the plains of Erethel. A member of our order will meet you on your way there to give more information. Do not keep your contact easy.
I will 100% keep him waiting.
With their Kara out, meet me at the Rathir chapter house.
The contact is waiting as long as it takes me to beat the teeth of Naros and do whatever else is in that, on the path to Melaglir. Or wherever.
Is the highest ranking member of our order. He is the most powerful sorcerer alive, and as such, commands the allegiance of all within the Scholia Arcana. If he ever asks anything of you, neophyte, be sure to deliver. Melaglir is a trade hub between the great cities of Odessa to the south and Rathir to the north. Lately, however, the town has been experiencing a number of disappearances. For generations, the lords of Kandrian Keep have ruled over various parts of the plains of Erethel. Kandrian Keep is the ancestral seat of power. Oh, goodbye then.
Kandrian has some problems. Like, some serious problems. We'll get to that when we get to Kandrian proper. But it's not exactly in a good way, even before the disappearances come into play. Out here... sell some stuff, and then dismantle the rest. Shopkeeper, shopkeeper, shopkeeper. There you are. No, you.
Here comes a friend. Space? Okay then.
Over to the crafting bench, or blacksmithing forge. Why did I say crafting bench? Ooh. That helps. Can I make anything? Alright, greater flamed. Do I even have bleeding damage on this? I think I'm just gonna go with the divine grip. Actually, I'm going to hold off. Once I hit the teeth of Naros, I'll mess around with that. But I can craft gems. It's not that impressive, really. At least not yet. However, come on, let me put these honor brands in junk so I don't have to see them. There we go. Okay. Then I can sell what's here and destroy the rest.
Anything? It's been slow today. Come back again.
There we go. Now I no longer have to look at them in my inventory. Which means I also don't have to scroll past them, like the completely useless components, when I'm crafting things. Mic going off for a bit.
What does the telling require?
Waiting for you. Please place the codex.
Conceived in chaos, birthed in stolen magic, torn from fate, child of two fathers, treacheries in treacheries, winter is broken. The puppet king upon his throne, drinking flattery and lies. The power that grows in him is not his own. In the east it did begin, as it will end. From behind the veil she screams. Madness and rage. Madness and rage.
We realize this may be confusing for you. Fate, like the Fae, cannot be changed. But the Tuatha are Fae who have become something new. And you are a mortal who is free from Fate's weave. Gadflow claims that the Tuatha are the work of his new god. If the Tuatha are the creations of a god, what does that make you?
I like Tatarian. I just wish he would do more in the main quest. I do kind of understand that he has to be here in Issa, though, because if he dies too, the Summer Court is just as fucked as the Winter Court.
The time of the Fae is passing. Our land and our souls are diminishing. Few Fae even realize that the great cycle is shifted. Gadflow's war means the death of us all, Fae and mortal alike. It is written in the weave that we shall all pass from this world together. It is too late for us, but not for you. That is the fate which I look to you to change. The power of a god in the brash hands of a mortal. This is why Nirelin fears what you might become. This age has seen much change. Change we once thought was impossible. We were wrong. You are intertwined with the power in the East. There can be no doubt of that. Your energy reaches back to Alabastra. We do not know what will happen when you travel there, but we know that the power behind Gadflow is your ultimate goal. His god holds your answer and the fate of this world. I thank you, and perhaps you can help change our world's fate as well. I have seen those who were destined to be heroes, for whom great deeds came naturally. They come, they act, and they pass on as written. You do great things not because you must, but because you choose to. That is by far a far truer greatness. Admirable. But strength of will cannot see you through this alone. You may be unbound by fate, but you are not free from death. Speak with your allies. Only with their aid can you hope to overcome the forces that stand against you.
Alright, cool. Exhaust his dialogue, because I'm not going to be coming back here, and I do actually like Tatarian.
The weave is a puzzle. Each person is a piece. The edges of their fate locking together with the people around them, all performing their duties to form a grand picture. However, you are no longer a puzzle piece. You are a dollop of paint. You cover and redefine the edges of the puzzle pieces you meet. But more dangerously, you repaint the picture of reality itself. Who can trust that your design is better than the original? It is the deepest tragedy that our fall should come from our own. Make no mistake, Gadflow is the harbinger of the end of my kind. In fighting him and his army, you will surely spell our doom. For that tragic truth, we forgive you. We are the dreams of warmth and safety, given physical form. But these dreams are endangered by Gadflow and the long winter. Since our kind returned to this world so long ago, it has been my honor to serve as High King of the Summer Court. My rule was always shared with the High King of the Winter Court, until Gadflow arose. Now both of our people are in peril.
Returned to this world, implying that the fair folk left at one point, which means that even with the waning magic of the Fae in this game, they might still come back further down the line.
The Summer and Winter Courts have always ruled the Feylands in harmony, as the seasons wash across the world. But with Gadflow's new god, something changed. The Winter Fae who followed him called themselves Tuatha, and bore a mark of Prismere upon them. Their power has grown, and yet they are diminished.
Fen, what?
Our cold cousins across the
Hey.
sea. Do not think the Winter Court are enemies, for we love them as family, dismal though they may be. Oh, to walk in their starlit gardens once again, or sip their calming stone tea. But the Tuatha have consumed them, and all of their wonders are lost.
He's mourning his friend. Like I said, I like Tatarian, I just wish he'd do a little more.
I couldn't make out half of what the king was saying, but it sounds like you've got your work cut out for you. Good thing you won't be facing it alone. In fact, I think I've got a lead on finding an old friend of ours. Old Fomorous Hughes, of course. If anybody can help, it's bound to be the gnome who brought you back to life. I've been asking around and I was able to make contact with his superior. He thinks he might be able to help find Hughes. Oh, he's a crafty one. If he got away from those assassins in the lab, like you said, I'm sure he found someplace new to hide out. And if anyone's likely to know where he'd go to find safe haven, it'd be the Templar who sponsored his work. His name's Octien. Go southeast to the Hollowlands. Templar Octien will be waiting there to discuss how you might find Hughes.
I mean, Octien's gonna be waiting. Because it's going to be a long time before I get to Deter.
You know the Summer Court and Issa? Well, the Winter Court are their darker siblings. They're not evil, but they're definitely not nice.
How may I assist?
This is another one of those NPCs that has an entire dialogue tree that you wouldn't normally think to talk to. I'm not going to right now, but if you're interested, you can.
Who would have thought you were so interesting? Death seems to have worked out very well for you. Agarth's looking for escape. Neuralim's looking for a savior. And Tatarian is looking for a champion. And somehow, you're giving everyone what they want. I'm impressed. Agreed. We are facing more important problems than your ongoing identity crisis. The Tuatha have laid siege to the eastern city of Nelson for years, and the time has come to break it. A few years ago, one warrior could have slipped past unnoticed, but stealth is no longer an option, not even for me. But there is hope. In the plains of Erethel there waits a player who has been away from this game for far too long. It is time to contact General Telera. Meet me in the village of Emer, and I will tell you everything.
Alright, now I actually get to interact with her dialogue tree.
We are the
Or
charming,
list.
the subtle, and the inspired. In happier days, we were the loftiest of the mortal races. We despise open war. But for decades, the Tuatha have been at war with us, pushing into our lands and forcing us to take up arms. For a long time, they were content to keep to their play of the summer and winter courts. Now we fight Gadflow and the Tuatha for our very existence. A close friend once told me, strive to be whatever you want to be. Fate might be a lie, but if it isn't, then worrying about it won't change a thing. None of us could have foreseen the rise of Gadflow and his army, but we should have, and now we're all facing the price.
That implies that Gadflow's rise to power and his army were not fated.
Nirelem is the oldest living mortal. He remembers the time before even the Fae called these lands home. You should see how they cherish him. He rarely grants an audience to visitors. His tenders say he knows the future as well as the past. It makes him very particular about what he says. We've known for a long time that Prismir crystals allow us to store and focus magical power. The gnomes use it in their grander inventions, when they can get it. But we have no idea how Gadflow got a hold of so much of it. It makes his Tuatha the most dangerous army I've ever seen.
Prismir also drives the fair folk insane, I believe. I don't remember where that specific tidbit of knowledge came from, but I think that's part of why he was able to grow power so quickly.
The Summer Court, or the Seelie Fae if you prefer, embody the growth and energy of nature. But they can still be as aloof and uncaring as a brutal summer day. The current High King of the Fae is Titarian, the wisest of the Summer Court. While Gadflow has undermined the Winter Court, he tries to keep their cycle in balance. You haven't been around much, have you? The Tuatha have been pressing west from their home in Alabastra. Right now, they're only threatening my people. But if we fall, the Tuatha will turn their eyes to the other mortal races. General Talera was in charge of our forces to the east in Pluricon. But a decade ago, Witch Knight Malwyn and his Tuatha army drove her forces back. Since then, she's been looking for some way to take back the land she lost and regain her honor. You might be just the help she needs. Titarian isn't quite what you'd expect from the High King of Summer. He hasn't got the arrogance of his cousins, or their cheer. Ever since Gadflow killed the High King of Winter and started the war, Titarian has become distant and melancholy, and blind to dangers around him.
I think it's less blind and more resigned. He's already seen that his people are going to fall. The decline in magic, he's probably more attuned to that than literally everyone else on the planet. So I think he might just be preemptively mourning.
The Tuatha are a radical sect of Fae within the Winter Court, led by Gadflow and his insane rants about their new god. They've taken power and declared war on mortals. They use raw Prismir to enhance their power, and their devotion borders on madness. But the most terrifying thing to the Fae is simply the fact that their siblings have changed so completely. The Winter Court, or the Unseelie, embrace the destruction and decay of nature. They aren't evil, but they aren't exactly the best of friends. Normally they share power peacefully with the Summer Court. But since the Tuatha have seized power, there is neither peace nor predictability. The Gardens of Issa, home of the Summer Fae, once spread from the forests of Dalantar, across the plains of Erethel, and even to the deserts of Ditir. Between the madness of the war and the spread of man, Alfar, and Gnome, the Summer Fae lose a little more ground every day. A tragedy for them. Be on your way.
Something that I'm not sure how I feel about is the voices. So, the mortal characters have normal voices. But when you talk to the Fae, I can hear a bit of an echo in every line of dialogue they have. Or, well, echo might not even be the right word for it. But their voices have an unusual quality to them. On the one hand, it makes them sound more authentic as these otherworldly beings. On the other hand, I don't think that was a thing in the original. I think that's legitimately an error. Oh, mic going off again. Alright, so there's... I just looked it up. There's 6 boggarts that if I interact with them in a certain order, I'll be able to interact with the 7th. First one is hidden near a pink tree. There's a lot of pink trees, so... we'll see how good I am at actually finding the stuff. A tree with pink leaves near the road to Odorath East. I mean, it's not directly on it, it doesn't say. Hi, there we go. You must be the first one. The second one is southwest or southeast of Finna and Arbos's camp. So, like, over here. I don't like that this page keeps sending itself back to the top. Hi. I'm assuming that's you. Hi, Boggart. You're not what I was looking for. Then where Aerie is? That part I remember. I never did this, so I have no idea what's gonna happen. Apparently I can find... Apparently this will give me a backpack, but that's just according to one chatter, so I don't know. Up near Agner Farhall. Near a tree and a patch of ember eyes. I'd very much like to know how someone even found this. They must have just interacted with every single... Boggart they could find. Near a tree and ember eyes. Black cohosh, bloodroot. Hi. Directly left of the entrance to Agner Farhall. That's soft scrabble powder. Does it mean over here? I can't risk fast traveling right now. Alright, so here's the ember eyes, here's the bloodroot. Where's the boggart? It says it's near a patch of ember eyes specifically. Oh, wait. Wait, this one maybe? At this point, I'm just gonna follow the left wall looking for ember eyes. Bloodroot. Hi. Okay, where is this supposed to be on the map? Because I'm not finding it. Why did everything just suddenly respawn? Is there a boggart back here? No. Did I miss it? Because it can't be over here. That's the one that Ares by, and I just got that one. That's Black Kohosh. I genuinely think it's supposed to be on that island. Problem. I couldn't find it. Do I have to be in the water? I can't go up that stump. Okay, one moment. I'm dumb. That's Waterhall down, not Agnarfar Hall. That explains why I was having trouble finding it. That explains so much. I'm so dumb. Well, at the very least, I shouldn't have to redo any of this. That's so embarrassing. Directly to the left by a train, some Ember Eyes. I don't even get experience from you. Stop attacking me. Okay, where's the next boggart statue? This one? Haha! Then back over here. Can't believe I was searching the exact opposite side of the map for that. Alright, then the one by the Auroch. And the one by a Shrine of Mitharu. Huh. I did not find the Shrine of Mitharu one. I think I might have interacted with all the other ones at some point. Can I? Thank you. But not this one. I forgot there was even a Shrine of Mitharu in here. Because I never interact with Mitharu's shrines. Well, I never interact with shrines in general, actually, but especially Thurs. Haha. Okay, so if I did that correctly, I should be able to interact with the doll in Gorhart Inn, apparently. We shall see. If not, I have to go and do all of that over again. But at least now I know I'm not going to be running off into the opposite side of the map. Can't believe I did that. I cannot believe that I did that. That was so stupid of me. Alright, first floor of Gorhart Inn. Can I interact with the doll? No, I cannot. Okay, that means I have to go and do all of that over again. Did I wait too long? Or does this guide have the wrong order? Because that's also a possibility. Especially because everything here respawned on me. Actually, that respawn might have been it. 1, 2 is by the tree. The split open tree. 3 is by Airy. 4 is by Agnarfar Hall. Yep. Don't care. You two are actually going to be a problem, though. Because I can't interact with anything while I'm being attacked. Then back to Agnarfar Hall. And then back to Alistar. Why are you this brain dead? Do you not see how much higher level... You give me 9 experience. You give me 9 experience and expect it to be a problem.